Have you ever felt torn between loyalty to your brothers and loyalty to your ideals, between friendship and what you know to be right? Today I share the tale of 4 great friends in the Imperium who found themselves faced with just such an impossible choice. In the late 30th millennium, the Imperium of Man spanned the entire known galaxy. Ruled over by the Emperor from his golden throne on Holy Terra, mankind had regained the stars, but at a heavy price. Continuous war and unrest threatened the stability of the Imperium as new threats emerged from without and conspiracies stirred from within. It was in this turbulent time that 4 great warriors would rise to prominence in the service of the Emperor, forging an unbreakable bond as brothers in arms. But even the closest of friends could be torn apart by the forces of change and ambition that gripped the Imperium. They called themselves the Mournival: Dorn, Sanguinius, Ferrus Manus, and Robout Guilliman, each one a peerless commander and the Emperor's most trusted advisors. Through countless campaigns against Xenos, heretics, and rebels, they fought side by side, forging a friendship tempered in the fires of war. But soon, darker currents would emerge that would test this bond of brotherhood to its breaking point. Forces that would set friend against friend in the most tragic way. Their story is a lesson to us all about the cost of division, even among those united by the closest of ties. So gather close and let me tell you of the Mournival and the brothers torn by heresy. In the latter half of the 30th millennium, cracks began to appear in the Empire's foundation. Sources of unrest came not just from without but within, as ambition and misunderstanding took root even among the Emperor's own. It was in this climate that the War Master Horus first fell sway to the promises of chaos and turned against the Imperium. In a shocking betrayal, he led his Sons of Horus and other traitor legions in a devastating rebellion known as the Horus Heresy. News of Horus's treachery was met with disbelief and horror by the Mournival. Though close doubts had grown between some, their bond of brotherhood remained strong. United in their loyalty to the Emperor, they vowed to bring Horus and his followers to justice by any means. Each legion prepared for the inevitable clash, not knowing the inner conflicts one among them now wrestled with, or the tragedy that would ensue when friends and brothers were at last forced to meet in battle on the fields of Istvan Feth. Of the 4, perhaps none burned with a hotter fire than Ferrus Manus, Primarch of the Ain't Legion and Master of War. Where others saw uncertainty, Ferrus saw only necessity. In his eyes, weakness could not be tolerated in an Imperium besieged on all sides by enemies beyond count. He drove his legion, the Iron Hands, to ever greater acts of fortification and arms production. Under his command, they reinforced imperial compliance with an iron will. But it was precisely this single-minded dedication to strength that would contribute to Ferrus's fall from grace. Where Ferrus led through force of will, Robout Guilliman favored reason and rationality. As Primarch of the Ultramarines and creator of the Codex Astartes, he brought order and stability where others saw only chaos. Through careful administration and moderate policy, Guilliman strengthened the existing power structures of the Imperium. But in an empire beset by change on all fronts, some saw his methods as overly cautious and rigid rather than adaptable. Little did he know that his dedication to process and protocol would place him on a trajectory towards tragedy.